Khizr Khan is the father of a deceased U.S. soldier named Humayun Khan, and they're Muslim. So his son was Muslim, fought for the United States, and died in the line of duty. And he said some words at the DNC, and he proceeded to introduce Donald Trump's face to a shovel.
Our son, Humayun, had dreams too of being a military lawyer, but he put those dreams aside the day he sacrificed his life to save the lives of his fellow soldiers. Hillary Clinton was right when she called my son the best of America. If it was up to Donald Trump, he never would have been in America. Donald Trump consistently smears the character of Muslims. He disrespects other minorities, women, judges, even his own party leadership. He vows to build walls and ban us from this country. Donald Trump, you're asking Americans to trust you with their future. Let me ask you, have you even read the United States Constitution? I will gladly lend you my copy.
You know, people on the right are going to look at this and they're going to say, oh, come on, this is like a cheap stunt. What are you doing? This is over the top. But I disagree with that because the heart of this guy's criticism against Donald Trump is true. It's just true. Donald Trump, don't take my word for it. You can go read his fucking statement. He said, yes, let's ban all Muslims from coming to the United States. In fact, with the original proposal, it wasn't even fucking clear that an American Muslim can go on vacation and then they'd be shut out from coming back in their own country. Don't tell me that's not a bigoted position. That absolutely is a bigoted position. And the argument we've made consistently, because it's accurate, is, dude, you can't look at ISIS, you can't look at Al-Qaeda and horrific terrorists and then decide as a result of that 1.6 billion people are not going to be allowed in the country because, I don't know, they're kind of the same. Kind of the same. What are you going to do? They're kind of the same. So you're going to take entire sects of Islam, Ahmadi Muslims, for example, who want nothing to do with jihad and they're perfectly peaceful and, you know, this is what they say. They'll tell you what they believe. He goes, no, close enough because you say you're Muslim, so we're going to kick you out. That's as stupid as saying, because the KKK exists, we're going to deport Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Wait, what? But they're opposites. Yeah, but the KKK is a Christian organization. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is a Christian. Close enough. Ban them. How fucking mind-numbingly stupid is that? You know what that is? That would be anti-Christian bigotry. It would. That's exactly what that is. All Christians are roughly the same, so keep them out. Well, it's the same thing with Muslims. You know, you decide, well, I'm just going to stop all Muslims from entering the U.S. Could you imagine Malala Yousafzai, who won a fucking Nobel Peace Prize, wanted to come to the United States, and because of Trump's goofy-ass Muslim ban, he's like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I got to treat you like you're Osama bin Laden. You're Muslim, right? Rudy Giuliani came out recently and said we should put some sort of identifier on Muslims in America. Okay, that's getting scary close to fascism. So look at this stuff, man. Don't tell me that's not bigotry. Now, Do I think it's bigotry for reasonable people to have a discussion as to how many immigrants and how many refugees we should allow in the country? No. And I think if you tar that as bigotry, you're doing a disservice to what an actual bigot is. If you say, okay, either you have like open borders and let in every refugee and immigrant, or you're a bigot. No, that's not true. You can have a reasonable discussion as to where the line is and how many people to let in, and that's fair. That is not a bigoted conversation to have. But when Donald Trump says ban all Muslims from entering the United States, of course that's bigotry. That's the definition of bigotry. And we also know that when he says, I want to deport 11 million undocumented immigrants, come on now. He ain't talking about Hans and Sven. He's not going to go round up people with white skin and say, off back to fucking Germany you go. He ain't going to do it. You know he's not going to do it. You know he's talking about people that have a certain skin tone. And by the way, it's the same with the Muslim ban. You think he's not, in his mind's eye, looking for, okay, where are the people who look like they're from the Middle East, who look Arabic? Those are the people who I want out. So that's why when people call him a racist, it is true. And he said about Mexicans, too. He said, Mexicans are rapists and criminals, quote, I assume some are good people. That's a bigoted comment, man. You know that's a bigoted comment. You know that's a bigoted comment. To say some are good people, but they're rapists and criminals, you flipped it. If you said the opposite, then maybe I wouldn't be making a big deal of it. If you said some are rapists and criminals, but most are, of course, good people, that's fine. But you didn't say that. You flipped it. So we have to call this out for what it is. And this is a powerful thing to have Khizr Khan go up there and say, look, man, I'm Muslim. My son was Muslim. He fought for this country and he died in the line of duty. How dare this son of a bitch get up there and say, I want to ban all Muslims? How dare he say that? So this is why you don't generalize like Donald Trump actually does. This is why you don't come up with bigoted policies. It's sloppy thinking when it comes to the other for Donald Trump. And this guy goes out there and he destroys that. And by the way, he also adds the sprinkle on top, the cherry on top and the sprinkles on top when he says, oh, totally unconstitutional. Have you even read the fucking Constitution? Do you know we have freedom of religion in this country? Now, oftentimes I rant against people when they conflate what freedom of religion is, where they try to say, well, I have the freedom of religion to take away gay people's right to marry. No, that's not part of your freedom of religion, okay? But is it part of freedom of religion to just be Muslim in America? Of course, you're allowed to be Muslim. You're allowed to be Muslim. You're just not allowed to try to force Islam on the people through the government. But that's not happening. Oklahoma is not about to implement Sharia. If they are about to, I'll fucking argue against it. They ain't doing it. But Donald Trump does not believe in the First Amendment. He doesn't believe in freedom of religion. He doesn't believe in freedom of expression. Open up the libel laws to sue the media. He doesn't believe in the Constitution. He doesn't believe in equal protection under the law. It's obvious, and Khizr Khan exposed him for the fraud that he is.